What's up guys, I'm Random Frank Pizza, back with episode 97 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best gaming setups almost every weekend to give you some ideas and inspirations for your own setup. You guys did a good job last week commenting just bizarre stuff in the comment section, so go ahead and do that again along with your favorite setup and stuff like that, and the most random comment will get an internet high five for me. But if you see anything you like in this episode, I'll have it listed down in the description for you so you can check it out. Let's start off episode 97. This episode of Room Tour Project is sponsored by Corsair and their Corsair Vengeance RGB RAM. Whether you're building a new PC or you just want to upgrade the looks of your current one, the vibrant RGB lighting controlled in the Corsair Link software is the easiest route to go. Optimized for the latest Intel 100 and 200 series motherboard, plus improved heat spreaders for those thermal temps, you really can't go wrong. Check the description down below to learn more. First up, holy moly, is this RGB backlit setup here that is obviously in a bedroom but just really takes that whole gamer look to the next level. I feel like I just walked into Spencer's. Going with triple displays here, his two main monitors on the bottom are two 32-inch curved monitors from Samsung with a 40-inch TV mounted above for the overhead. The two curved monitors side by side creates a seamless transition between the two for some nice viewing angles all around. Checking out his desk in the peripherals, he's rocking the Corsair Raptor K40 keyboard with the Logitech G602 wireless gaming mouse, and as for audio, we've got the Logitech G633 Artemis Spectrum 7.1 gaming headset, and that's all sitting on the Corsair MM200 extended mousepad. Now taking a look at his PC off to the right side of his desk, that is the Corsair Spec 1 case, and inside is an Intel i7 4790K CPU cooled by the Cryorig H5 CPU cooler, 16 gigs of Kingston RAM, and a GTX 980 Ti, the Gigabyte WindForce edition here. So in terms of specs, not the most current or updated stuff, but it's still get the job done just fine and run games without an issue. But altogether, for this crazy, colorful gaming bedroom pretty much, I think you do a good job of tying it all together. You really don't see black lights too often anymore, but the fact you've integrated it here and it just really adds to that whole color theme of your setup, I think it all ties together nicely. And plus we're twins with our monitor orientation, so shout out for that. Next, this one is absolutely insane. Named Sphincter, not only does he have 5 displays with this crazy gaming setup, but I believe the whole thing is water cooled throughout the entire room, kind of like Linus did a few years ago. So as for his displays, that giant one in the middle is a 55-inch curved Samsung LED TV acting as his main monitor, with two ViewSonic 22-inch monitors and two Asus monitors that are 21 inches. Now he's got a lot of peripherals running this beast, but his main gear is going to be the Logitech G710 Plus keyboard with the Logitech G602 wireless mouse. We got the Razer Orb Weaver plus the Razer Firefly mousepad. Got some Logitech Z553 speakers and the Elgato Stream Deck there. And now to his PC, which is called the Mindforge. You can see he has this nice little etching here on that acrylic panel. Inside the Corsair 900D Obsidian case is an i7 5960X with the Corsair H100i AIO on the Asus Sabertooth X99 motherboard, 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM, and two EVGA GTX 980 Ti's in SLI. Now what confuses me is with that Corsair cooler, obviously there's no custom loop inside contributing to that entire water-cooled room unit. But you can see on top where the rad is, he has these copper tubes going in, what it looks like, and that's what I think is, helping contribute to the water cooling room rig he has going on. You can see he also uses those tubes to kind of hide cables and stuff, but I mean, there's no doubt there is this water loop. How he has it integrated with his PC, I'm not 100% sure of, but if it's all legit, this is pretty awesome. So with 5 displays and this crazy custom room-filled water-cooled loop, this is a nuts gaming setup. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's kind of chaotic, not the most organized, but that's what I think really just contributes to the whole look. Sphincter, man, you did a good job. Now we've got Doug with this triple monitor gaming and streaming setup, obviously Borderlands themed, made pretty apparent by the giant poster and those spread wallpapers on his monitors. Speaking of which, those three are the BenQ RL2755HM. BenQ always has solid gaming displays. And just one thing to quick note, I kind of like how, I don't want to say damaged, but used kind of the desk and the cabinets look here. It kind of fits into the whole Borderlands theme. Down to his peripherals, he has the Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard with the Razer Naga Chroma mouse and the Razer Firefly mousepad and the Razer Orb Weaver Chroma as well. Plus he got some Borderlands pop figures, and as for audio, he has some M audio speakers underneath. And mounted under his desk is the Focusrite Scarlett audio interface, which can be powering his Studio CM25 mic and the Scarlett Studio HP60 headphones. Checking out his PC, which definitely seems to be black and red themed, he has an i7-4770 CPU, an MSI Gaming 5 motherboard, 32GB of RAM, and an MSI GTX 1070 graphics card. Another Corsair AIO and some red LED fans. It definitely helps fit the build aesthetically, but I would have liked to have seen some custom work on the inside to make it more Borderlands themed. Maybe some like steampunk accent or some rustic stuff, I don't know. Just my 2 cents. That's my new channel, Frank's 2 cents. But alright, Dougie, it's gonna wrap it up for your Borderlands theme setup altogether. I really like the triple monitors here. Nice little subtle salt lamp next to your pop figures, and the nice desk really fits in. Just think of little creative ways to make the PC more Borderlands themed as well. Now we've got Zeta with this white pearl gaming setup that takes advantage of, again, triple monitors, but I like this orientation because the bottom 2 are angled upward, the top one really level with his eye, so really no bad viewing angles here, and he's not going to strain his neck at all. The top primary display is an Asus 24-inch monitor coming in at 144 Hz, and the 2 on the bottom are Acer 23-inch monitors at 60 Hz. Onto the peripherals, my man likes himself some Corsair. He has the Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard with the new Corsair Glaive RGB mouse, and that's sitting on the Corsair MM300 mousepad. I really like that natural oak kind of finish you have to the desk. It looks really nice. And a look underneath the desk, he has his headset mounted, the Kingston HyperX Cloud Pro headset. Definitely one of the best out there for the price. And he also has the IKEA Signum for keeping that cable management locked down, so it's not, hanging down, getting in the way. Over to the RGB filled PC at the Phanteks Enthoo Pro ATX case. Inside is an i7 6700K CPU with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo cooler on an Asus Z170A ATX motherboard, 32 gigs of G.Skill Ripjaw V-Series RAM, and 2 EVGA GTX 1070s in SLI. And of course you got the NZXT Hue Plus there, which is contributing all those RGB lights. But I think white pearl here, as you mentioned, is a good name for it because everything is just so clean. You got the white PC, the white Alex drawers, that nice oak wooden desktop. Everything here clashes nicely. And again, I'm a big fan of the monitor orientation there. Good stuff. And speaking of a nice wooden desk, Mars is here saying, check this out. That finish there is very, very sleek. I guess sleek isn't a good word for it. More like sexy. Now, to answer the millions of questions in the comment section, people, the desk is custom homemade, so sorry, there's obviously no link to that. But what there is a link for is that solo display going with the Asus 27MX279H. I don't know why I read model numbers, you can just find it all down below. 27-inch Asus monitor. And to point out, I think that's the 3rd salt lamp we've seen so far. As for that beautiful overhead shot of the peripherals, that desk. Am I getting too weird for you guys? He has an IKBC F108 RGB keyboard with MX Cherry Brown switches. I believe it's very similar to a Vermillo keyboard with a custom double shot PBT keycap set. Got the Logitech MX Master Mouse, and that's sitting on a nice glorious extended mouse pad. And you can see sitting in the back there is the Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 painted white, which are going to be powering his M Audio BX5A studio monitors. And over to his desk, which he actually wrote definitely needs a major upgrade, but we're not going to worry about that. He has the NZXT H440 case with an i5 4460 CPU, cooled by the Corsair H100i AIO on a gigabyte motherboard, 8 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM, and an EVGA GTX 750 graphics card. Even though, yes, it's not current, the build itself is really nice and clean on the inside, which I'm not too surprised by because your entire setup kind of reflects that. Alright, so Mars, you're definitely taking the cake for the most clean and organized one here. Everything looks so good, and I love the attention here, getting those custom white keycaps and the custom painted white audio interface there so it matches together. A nice RGB light strip behind the desk, gonna shine on those curtains, and you know I'm loving that desk. Then lastly, this week's bonus is an absolute beauty. Another gorgeous wooden desk here. Oh my god, you guys. I like that vintage lamp there with those bulbs, that nice fall autumn themed painting on the wall. It all just looks so nice. It's a real warm, cozy feel to it. The desk itself is laid out really nice, going with the single curved monitor, a nice beverage selection in the back, and let's just say I would take the setup out for a very expensive dinner, and I would call it the next morning. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 97 of Room Tour Project. Hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget, check the description down below for all the products you saw. I have it listed down there for you, as well as some simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered to be on a future episode of Room Tour Project. It's all listed down below. If you like this episode, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that damn subscribe button. Well, I'm randomfrankp. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.